I'm free scrolling. God, this thing is nice. I've been in love with my Logitech MX Master 2S for the past 4 years now. I started using it in the second semester of my junior year of college when I decided, hey, I want to become a little bit of a freelance video editor. And I want to be able to do the video edit stuff fast by doing like cuts and whatnot with keybinds. I don't know what made me think about keybinds. Probably because I was into World of Warcraft at the time. And I was like, this would be pretty good. Basics of this are awesome, but they've improved it in the Logitech MX Master 3, which I plan on getting pretty soon here. And the really nice part about it is that it has 5 customizable buttons and a side scroll wheel that actually all have functionality to where you don't even just have those 5 buttons. You have all of those buttons plus directional push. So if I did something like this while pressing a button, or this, or this, or this, it all does a different functionality. So the app Logitech Options is really nice. You can see it is connected to both my wireless mouse MX Master 2S and my wireless MX keys. So if I go into the mouse itself, it gives you this nice breakdown of how to do different types of keybinds. So obviously on the top right, you can see that there are keybinds for not only just all applications, but the specific applications that I use all the time as well. So for me, I'm just gonna show you really quickly that I have some nice keybinds for everyday use. So you can see this as a gesture button, and basically this keybinds it so that it's this button, and then if I wanted to, I can actually do different gestures, so moving forward and whatnot, and that will change the way that things go. So it gives you a nice side view. For this, my overall applications, I actually turn the volume up and down by using the scroll wheel, which is really nice. I can open new windows by pressing this button right here, which I just did. I can close said windows by pressing that one. So if I press the other one, it closes the window rather than me ever needing to click on it. And then from this point of view, I also have a really nice, I like this top button a lot because I actually scroll through things by pressing the top button right there and moving my mouse left or right. And that's the gesture side of things. And I can minimize all that, and I can actually show and hide the entire desktop and get out of all my applications by doing the top there. So I know it's kind of overwhelming how many different options there are, but what I really enjoy too is actually press this top button to, if I open up something like this, I Alt-Tab by pressing it in the middle. So I kind of assigned each of these buttons to a different function, right? So this is navigation, this is opening and closing, and then this bottom one right here, which I really enjoy, is sort of data management. So I can copy by moving to the left, I can paste by moving to the right, I can press enter, and then I can delete or select with all of this. So I actually want to use some other functionality. If I go into just a new tab here, I actually can show you how in Brave I have other keybinds as well. So this one has Control T, which for those of you that don't know, opens a new tab. And then the other one has Control W, which closes a tab. So I can open and close tabs really quickly like this. And then the rest of it's very similar, but as somebody once said, I believe it was Einstein, makes things as simple as possible, but no simpler. So I try to keep things very simple across all of it and have it be a similar functionality for each button, right? So if I did something like, this is a test, and I want to select it, it does the same thing in here as it does somewhere else. So if I press enter, you can see I can open in a new tab and search for something like that. So if there's some sort of text that I like, obviously I can just do this really quick, right? Copy, boom. Now imagine I did that via the other way, okay? And then Control C, click on the top, Control V, and then press enter. I can press enter by just using my mouse. That is so fluid in comparison. I want you to see that again. Watch me do it one way. Now watch me do it the other way. Because I'm not even up. See, I even failed and used the keybind. I know it's not much, but when you do everything like this, life's just a lot easier on a computer. And then from a video editing point of view, I have specific keybinds set up in Logitech for that as well. So I can cut different things in here. Like I said, same sort of functionality reasoning. So I can have these Premiere Pro things mean different things. So this is how I cut in here. Control and K is the keybind for cut. If I click onto that and go to the copy and paste is the same, but this middle wheel is actually the selecting, which is not easy to do in Premiere. What's really nice as well is that this has a free scroll wheel, so I can zoom in and out really quickly. And so if I go in here, I can't left click on this. I have to left click to do this. If I press the middle button, I am doing it that way. Then if I press this side button, as you can see once again, this side button, I can cut, and also I could all tabbed out of that with the mouse. I can cut by just pressing the button. So I can go here, cut, and then I can zoom in and out really quickly by holding Alt and using the free scroll wheel. And then also the free scroll wheel makes it really easy to just move back and forth, because you can not have it take so long and you don't have to do more than one flick. And it also makes it easy with this to just copy and paste where you want it to as well, and then delete, 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 or select everything by pressing the side button here as well. As you can see, it's Control A, so delete everything. I could select everything at once and delete everything at once, just like that. Some pitfalls for this thing, I will say, is that unfortunately, it does sometimes disconnect from the USB very subtly. I mean, it does like a lot of like moving around. You'll just have to like turn it off, turn it back on. It'll jitter around. That's any mouse though. That's not something that's exclusively a failure to this. The Bluetooth connection on it was fine with stuff that had good Bluetooth connection. If your Bluetooth drivers are bad, it's not going to work well with it. It doesn't compensate very well for bad drivers. And I guess if the Bluetooth doesn't work great, it's unfortunate that you have to use a USB. However, if you have something like the Logitech MX Master keys, then you're fine, because then you're using all of them on one USB. Because all these Logitech things, if they have a Logitech USB, they end up being able to use a unifying receiver, so it takes up less USB ports. That shouldn't have been put in the pitfall section, but we're there. Also, now make sure to go check out this video to see how you can improve your productivity even more, because that's all I got.